Good morning, thanks for joining me. Today I'm out on the Pacific Crest Trail, out for a good walk in the Jefferson Wilderness. I'm not the only one with this idea. The trailhead was really crowded. Holy moly, there's a lot of cars in the parking lot. This is up by Hoodoo on the Santiam Pass area. But it's a good starting point for the backcountry lakes. So heading up around Square Lake, up to Booth Lake. We'll see where it takes me. Thanks for joining me. Alright, this is where I diverge from the Pacific Crest Trail, heading to the old Summit Trail and toward those lakes that I was talking about. It's a beautiful start to the day. Clear skies, no breeze. When I hit the parking area at the trailhead, it was about 48 degrees or so. And it's supposed to warm up to around 80-ish, maybe a little bit more. So it's just such a quick overnight. You can hear the highway in the background there. Won't be long, I'll be away from that. I'll look up the year that the fire swept through here and what they called it. It's getting to be, good lord, 15 or 20 years ago, I'm thinking. It burned a very large area. But it's starting to get into some regrowth here that's decent size. Well, it seems that everybody else that was out today was on the Pacific Crest Trail. I've seen one other person since I have been on the old Summit Trail, and that was a day hiker with his dog. So cool. I don't mind solitude on the trail. I'm starting to turn in toward the mountains and away from paralleling the highway. Sound of it is getting more and more distant. Very nice. Just me and the birds. That's a decent sized little alpine lake. It's got some good camping spots around it, got good fishing in it. I'll be bypassing that. I think I'm heading to Booth Lake as my base camp for this trip. Up that way. So we're going to continue along the old Summit Trail back down to Round Lake. I've taken you there as it's gone later in the day. Seen a few more people out on the trail. There was a trail runner, day hikers, some campers down around Square Lake there. But I'm starting to climb, heading into the backcountry a little bit farther. Vistas are really starting to open up. Square Lake in the foreground, Washington in the background. There's the North and Middle Sisters there. Gonna sneak around that tree trunk. There's Broken Top. Get my first glimpse of Booth Lake. It's tonight's destination. Base camp. Alright, made it to Booth Lake. Oh, it's really pretty here. I think I'm gonna drop the pack and go scout out a good camping location. And there's got to be a lot of good spots around that lake there, right? There's just beautiful meadows around here. It's July 11th. There's still a lot of wildflowers around. Nice. Let's go find our camping spot. There's a couple of guys that are camped in it right now, but they're clearing out. So I'm just gonna hang here, overlooking the lake, surrounded by wildflowers. Have a snack, drink some water, just relax and wait for them to clear out and take their spot. It's a real nice spot, got some trees around it, pretty flat. A couple of spots to put a tent. Be good. So I'm just hanging, just waiting. So this is the view from the spot I'm hanging, waiting for those guys to clear camp so I can have their spot. Just sitting in the wildflowers, overlooking the lake. Ridge lines around me. It's beautiful. Here we are now. They've cleared out. Pretty nice, fairly level spot. Oh, even got a fire ring there. Sweet. All right, I'm home. Well, there's home for the night. Had a little bit of a breeze kick up here. Challenging to put up a tent when it's windy out. You can hear it whistling through the trees there. About 16 ounces of water, half a cup of dehydrated vegetables, package of ramen of your choice. This is a mushroom ramen. Tasty backcountry meal. Hello. There you go, I've been driven inside. It's cold enough. It's time for me to go to bed. So I will see you in the morning. Hopefully we get some good pictures. This wind dies down and we get some good sunrise color. All right, good night. 5:42 at the moment. Nice sunrise coming up. On my way back to camp, the wind has died down. It's gotten very pleasant. Just listening to the birds sing. Coffee time. Alright, now that I've had my coffee, it's time for some breakfast. I dumped in some quick oats, some cranberries, raisins, sliced almonds, a little bit of cinnamon, and now a packet of honey. See that all right? Yeah, there you go. Breakfast. That's mighty tasty. Lake is beautiful this morning. Alright, that's it. All packed up and ready for the trail. And away we go. There's a last look down at Booth Lake. Three-fingered jack. It was a good camping spot. I enjoyed myself there. That's the rock outcropping that I crawled up on top of to get the pictures of the sunrise this morning. It wasn't too much of a scramble, really. The only rocks were right up at the very top. I'm back down at Square Lake again already. It's a real popular little lake to hike into and camp on the shores. There's a lot of spots. It's only a couple of miles from any trailhead, so it's doable for families. Well, I wouldn't call this heavily trafficked trails, but it is well used. A lot of trail runners coming out here. I've seen several this weekend. Families on day hikes. You know, it's easy access from the Pacific Crest Trailhead parking lot. And then over on the other side, Round Lake has a trailhead. This trail is really closing in. There's been a lot of downed trees across the trail too. I guess it's been a while since the trail crews were in here doing any maintenance on it.